Hey friends, welcome to Tips by Anil. In this video, we will learn how we can register a user using the Xamarin Form tutorial. And in this tutorial, basically what we will cover, we have already created a registration form in my previous video. If you didn't watch my previous video, then before proceeding, watch first. And if you didn't subscribe my channel, then please subscribe my channel also. So in this video, basically this is my registration form, and if I will click on sign up button or login button, sign up button, then it will move on a sign up form. Here you can see, or once I will click on sign up button to fill all these mandatory field, it will connect through the web API, and it will insert the user in SQL server, because in backend we are using a SQL server. Okay, so this is the screen. Basically, what is this screen? For the tutorials only, I installed a app, a Power Mirror. So what is this will do? This will cast my Android device uh, over here over the PC. So suppose if I will, whatever I will do in my mobile phone, here you can see I'm doing in my mobile phone. I will just click on login button, then whatever I will do in my mobile, the same thing will be reflected in this screen. Okay, so this is for only the video purpose, because you cannot see my mobile screen. Okay, now I will go on sign up button. Here I will pass a user, tips by Anil, and email ID ANIL tips @gmail.com, and password. Suppose if I'll try to type by my phone also, I can type. I'm typing the password. Okay, here is the phone number. Cool. Now if I'll click on sign up button, the user will be registered in SQL server. So here you can see we have only one user, and if I'll click on sign up button, I'll show my screen. Click on sign up button, click on continue. Here you can see registration successfully. So this is the watermark of this application. So you are not able to see the complete error or complete successful message, complete alert. So here you can see registration successfully. I'll click on OK button, and I'll go on SQL server. Click here. Here you can see the user aniltips@gmail.com has been registered. So what is this data table? I already told you in my previous video how we can create this identity table database in SQL Server. I told you in my previous video. If you didn't watch my previous video, then before proceeding, watch first. And here you can see this is the web API. Okay, and in this web API, this is the account controller. So this account controller having the default web API, post web API, account / registered. Okay, so using this web API, we are calling in our Xamarin Form in the, here you can see. Okay, so complete thing step by step, I'll let you know how I'm connecting a Xamarin Form with the web API, and how the web API is connecting to the database. So first I will move on web API. So how we can create a web API, I told you in my previous video. So this is the account controller, this is the default controller, and in this default controller you can see we have different method, registered user, and here you can see external login. What is the external login? I'll let you know in my next video. And here you can see get external logins. So we have these all are the default web API, and if you want create your own web API, your own methods, you can create over here. You can just create a controller. I have created a controller, plan packages controller.cs. What is this and how we can create a our own controller, our own method, will let you know in my next video. Okay, so once if you will run this web API on localhost, so here you can see this is my localhost. Okay, and this is the IP address on which I'm running my web API. So how you can run your web API on IP address, you have to watch my previous video. I will put all these link of the videos in my description. So here you can see this is my web API, and if I'll click on tool, and here you can see allow remote access to development web server. Once you will click on this, here you can see you can get an IP address. On this IP address you can run your web API. Okay, so how you can get this extension, I told you in my previous video. Basically this is the conveyor that is provided by the Visual Studio. I'll drop a link in my description. Okay, or either you can watch my previous video. So why we are using this IP address? Because the local host did not if you will put the localhost URL in the Xamarin, then your Android emulator or your mobile will not be able to debug the web API of the web API that is running on localhost. So you have to run your web API on the local machine. Okay, now if I will click on APIs, so here you can see all the API. Here account controller, plan and packages controller, and value controller. We have three controllers. Here you can see account, plan packages, and value, and home controller also. Okay, so here you can see account API / account / registered. So if I'll click on this method, so this will give you the complete information what type of data we have to pass in this API. Okay, so now I'll check this URL and we'll click on Postman. So I'll paste over here. Okay, and /API / account / registered, and here I will change this email ID. Now once I will click on send button, then user will be registered in SQL Server. So here you can see right now we have only 2 users, and if I'll click on send button, then you can see the debugger has come to this web API. I'll click on F5. Sending request has been sent. Status equals to 200. Okay, means the user has been registered using the Postman in SQL Server. Cool. Here you can see the user anilcareer@gmail.com has been registered. So how we have connected our web API using the SQL Server? Go in web.config file, and here you have to pass your connection string. So how we are creating the web API? I have created a complete playlist for this, how you can create your web API and how you can post your web API on Azure. and how you can create SQL Server database on Azure. Whatever you want, you can get from a playlist. Okay, so if you want to get this connection string, just click on connect to database. So once you will click on connect to database, you have to put your server name in uh, this window. Here you can see the server name. So once you will put your server name over here, copy the server name, paste over here, then you can see all the database that is created in your SQL server. Okay, so once you will click on an DB, click on test connection succeed, click on OK button. So here you will get the data connection over here. Okay, so my system is basically a little bit slow, so it's not reflecting easily. So these all are the database connection string I have created. So if you will click on property, then you can see this is the connection string that you have to copy and paste over here, nothing else. Okay, now the same thing we have using in Postman, the same thing we will use in Xamarin. So in Postman I didn't did anything. In the header I have passed the content type only application JSON, and in the body I passed email, password, confirm password and phone number. The same thing we will do in Xamarin Form. Okay, so this is my Xamarin Form tutorial. So in my previous video I was also working on the same solution. I create the home page for you, login page for you, and now I'm creating the registration page for you. Okay, so this is my design. I already told you in my previous video how we can create a design uh, in Xamarin Form, and how this design will look. Then you have to go in the screencasting. This is my design. You can see this will look on mobile. Okay, and here you can see we have a sign up button, and in sign up this is our sign up button. In sign up button, this is our click event handler. Okay, so on this click event handler I have written some lines of code. Using that lines of code, you can also register a user with the help of BabyPay in SQL database. Okay, and here you can see active indicator. So what is the active indicator? Active indicator is basically process image. So once you will click on sign up button, then your request will be move on the server till the time if you want to process the image, what will be the height of the image and what will be the width of the image, you have to define over here. Okay, and a horizontal option, it will be center or vertical option. Okay, so in the backend, if I'll go here, you can see in the backend, this is our sign up button click method. Okay, this is our event handler, and here you can see process image dot is running equals to true. So once I will click on the sign up button, then process image is running equals to true, means process image will start to run. And here I applied a few if else condition, like if the email ID, password, phone number will be empty, then we are displaying a alert, please enter a valid data. Okay, so I'm not writing this code. Basically, if I'll write the code, then the video will be very lengthy for you. Okay, so here we have like check the phone entry dot text dot length. If the length is less than 10, then it will give us the error, please enter 10-digit number. Or here also we have to apply if less than 10 or greater than 10, then this message should become. Okay, and here you can see we have called a method registered user async, and in this method we are passing the email id, password, phone number and username entry. What we have in this method, just go in the definition. So in this definition you can see we are calling this method as a async. Okay, so async method will send the request, and till the time the screen will be show you the process image. So once the request will be served by the server, then you will get the output. Okay, so here you can see we are creating a HTTP client, and we have created a model. So in this model, basically, if I'll move on this model, so in this model we have created a few property: email, username, password, confirm password and phone number. Okay, I'll go to the back, and this email, password, phone number and username I am passing in this model, and this model is serialized by the JSON converter. So basically here you can see the class newtonsoft.json convert, and here this is my client call, client.postAsync, and this is the URL, this is the IP address on which my web API is running, and API/account/registered, and here I'm passing the HTTP content, means this content. Okay, so once I'll get the response, and if the response dot result dot succeed will be true, then I'm getting the response equals to true. Okay, and this response will be returned over here. Now if this response will be yes, then the user has been registered successfully. So let's click on this button, because this is the button that is say your Xamarin solution will debug by the Android device. Okay, and this is my Android device. I'll tell you again, this is my mobile screen basically. So this screen, this mobile I'm casting on my PC. So it will take few seconds to run this application. Cool. So the application has been successfully debugged. So here you can see username, email ID, password and phone number. Oh, something went wrong. I have to run it again. Yes, so this is the watermark basically, and here you can see login and sign up and sign in with Facebook. So this is our home page. How you can create the home page, I already told you in my previous video, and if you didn't watch my previous video, then before proceeding watch first, otherwise you will not get the stuff what I'm doing. So all these things are linked up with my previous videos. So this is the sign in with Facebook. I'll let you know in my next video how you can log in with sign up with Facebook and sign up with Google. Okay, so if I'll click on this sign up, then here you can see username, email, password and phone number. I'll type username in my mobile device, tips by Anil, and here you can see automatic, the screen is casting in my laptop, tips by Anil @gmail.com, and password cool. Now if I'll click on sign up button, from here also you can click on sign up button, and from your mobile also you can click on sign up button. Okay, so here you can see the process images start to running. So here you can see the user has been registered successfully. I'll click on OK button. Cool. The user has been registered. I'll check on SQL Server. Yes, tipsbyanil@gmail.com. So if you want to debug it also, I'll let you know how we can debug this application. Click on this button. Again, I'll sign up a user. Anil. Anil Kumar@gmail.com. Password. Phone number. Okay. Now I'll put a debugger in my application. Here I already put a debugger. Okay. This is the method we are calling. Sign up button clicked. And one debugger I'll put in my web API. If I will click on sign up button, then press on F11. Cool. Here you can see this is my registered web API, and it will first validate the model. Here you can see the response equals to true, and this response will pass over here, and here you can see registration successfully. I'll click on OK button. Now I will check the database. 1 2 3 4 5. We have 5 records. Click on execute query. 1 2 3 4 5 6 means Anil Kumar@gmail.com has been registered over here, and with the help of same user you can log in over here. I'll show you I'll already told you how you can log in the user using the Xamarin. I don't know right now this functionality is working, but obviously this functionality will work. I'll show you in my previous video. Let me check the URL. Here is the login code. Yes, we have the different URL. So this URL we have to change, then obviously this login screen will also work. Okay, so if you want to check how we can log in a user using the Xamarin Form, then you can check my previous video also. So please subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching my video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.